Hey everyone, my name is Danilo Petrovic.
I'm Ilya Marchenko.
I'm Denis Kuda.
I'm Evgeny Donskoy.
I'm Henry Laaksonen.
I'm Peter Torebko, and you're listening to the Game to Love podcast.
Welcome back, tennis fans. Here we are once more, Game to Love, and we've had a week so far of great tennis, of the men's variety and the women's variety. How are you doing, JG?
Yeah, very well, mate. Been so busy, there's so much tennis on. It's a bit confusing, really, what to watch. I feel like today there was over 80 matches.
Yeah.
You had some of the Australian Open qualifying. You had the Antalya Open, Abu Dhabi for the women's. And then obviously Delray Beach was a bit later on. So you have like a little break from all the tennis during the morning time here. And then it's a break to the evening. And you've got, I think your sound's gone, Ben.
Oh, is it? Sorry, I think I just played with the mic a little bit then. Is it still there?
Yeah, no, I've got you. But yeah, and then you wait to the afternoon. Well, say early evening, sorry. And then you've got a bit of Delray Beach as well.
Yeah, indeed. Sorry, I've got a little bit of a bit of decorating at home. I've just noticing I've got a bit of paintwork off of the door frame. I mean, we'll go with it. Yeah, it's been a little bit of a weird one. Thanks for everyone joining us as well. Got Thomas Rock there forever. Davor Jovic has been waiting there since 7:05. Nice one, Davor. And then James there, and also Irene, who, thanks for your comment recently, Irene. Nice to have someone new on board the podcast. Welcome to the your first live one, by the looks of it. Yeah, great. But I know what you mean. It's been one of those funny weeks because we've been sort of treated to so much tennis. I've been sort of darting all over the place trying to work out what to watch, and it's nice to have the break.
It's too hard. It's too hard. You physically can't watch it all, so you've got to select which kind of thing you want to watch.
Yeah.
There's not really much else to do, to be honest. I know you've been doing your decorating. I've not had much to do at all, apart from obviously getting ready for work tomorrow, but I've not been doing too much of that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, to be honest, let's get straight on to it. I know we've got the Antalya Open we're going to be covering first. We know what the quarterfinals are going to be, and there's not been loads of shocks. I don't know if you want to get it up. We'll go straight through it.
Yeah, I mean, should I go through your... I mean, I've got one thing that, God, you guys are going to be so disappointed in me as I am disappointed in myself. It's the bracket. I took you through my bracket. You all saw it. I was going through it. What happened? I don't know. It didn't save. My bracket didn't save, and it looks like
you didn't save it. It's a bit tricky for you guys doing it. When you're doing it, you make sure you put the details below and then click save.
Yeah, it's just I'm just sad though because, well, I don't know. It might have saved me embarrassment if anything, but but if Berrettini wins, I'm not going to get any points now, am I? So, but he looks like he's.
To be fair, you wouldn't have got many over me anyway because I've got Berrettini to win as well. I didn't realise that, but we've got the same scenario. I'm pretty sure. I know
it's true. It is very true. But yeah, I just want to apologise for that. But thanks for everybody who did enter into that one. I think we had about 32 people jumping into that one. So, yeah.
Well, let's see how it is. You want to share your screen?
Yeah, I was just going to bring up the top. I'm just going to zoom in a bit. One second.
While you're doing that, we've got a few questions here. Well, we've got Davos saying, glad we're back. Yeah, we're back now. We're going to be doing loads of covering all the tennis, really. We've got the ATP Cup coming up as well. And then the Australian Open. Loads of qualifying action. We'll be going through all of that. Some of the young guns were back today, firing.
Yeah, I think we'll touch on that at the end, won't we? The Australian Open qualies were up today, and some amazing matches there. We were going down the list, and probably some that other people might not really know of, but you know us, mate.
I don't know if we'll have time, to be honest, mate. We'll probably have to...
Let's crack on, and let's just get on with it. Okay, so if I share the... Yeah, here we go. So we're in Antana, the Antana. Yeah, so the Antana tournament in Turkey. So we've had obviously Matteo Berrettini against the aptly named Ergi Kirkin, which we're dying to see how Ergi got on. Bageled in the first set, and then Berrettini he cruised through, didn't he?
Berrettini, like I said, it was hard not to see him winning this tournament based off his route there. you'd say maybe playing Laszlo Djere would have been trickier, but he didn't even manage to play him because Kuzmanov, the qualifier, obviously he's winning 2 matches prior as well, had a bit of momentum going into it. And something I want to touch on about the Australian Open qualies as well, because they're going to lose all their momentum in theory. Yeah. Not playing the Australian Open straight after the qualies, but that's another podcast altogether.
Yeah, I think so, mate. Let's try and stick to what we've come here to talk about.
Gerasimov, super disappointing. I know he was your dark horse, I believe, in the tournament. Yes. He's gone out. Lamazine beat him. Bublik's still there. Caruso wasn't able to do it. Yeah. But really, this top side is just, for me, the main guy is going to be Berrettini. I think if you want to just scroll over slightly to the right then. Yeah, sure. It'll show the quarterfinals. So now we're going to have, I think it's the problem is it's not all updated now, is it? Is it? No. I think, is it accurate? Well, this is Berrettini, Struff, I believe now, yeah? Yeah, well, Struff is going to be playing Chardy, yeah. So it's going to be an interesting. Well, Chardy beat Fognini, which was a really great result for him. Chardy obviously beat Radu Albot that I had going quite far in the competition. This is why I say it might have done me some favours. This bracket not going through, but you said it right, Struff. You said you saw him going quite far in this tournament, and he's been looking very good. Obviously, he had a walkover against Hugo Grenier. I guess he was very lucky. He's not only won one match really, but Pavel Kotov. Apart from that, he's gone through. Yeah. So I've got it up here now. So the top bit is Berrettini Bublik. And then you've got Sardi Struff. They'll be playing the winner of that for the quarterfinals to make up the first semi-final. Yeah. How do you see that going? For me, I think it's still quite comfortable for Berrettini. I don't see Bublik really disappointed, causing too much of an upset. And then Struff or Sardi. Sardi's playing well. Beat Fognini. I still see the way you've picked it. I would go with that. I think Struff, if his serves pop in, then I think Chardy, I don't know. It just depends which one turns up, really. If he's the one who beat Medvedev last year, Chardy could easily win this whole tournament. But yeah, I see Struff beating Chardy. I'm just going to write him off again, and then I'll probably be wrong again. But I'm going to go with Struff. I reckon it'd be Berrettini Struff. I still see Berrettini going through. I still see this is Berrettini's tournament to lose, to be honest. Yeah. Yeah, no, I have to agree with you, mate. And then moving down to the bottom side of it, what have we got? Well, we had the person that we should talk about finally ended the 11 match or 12 match losing run with Nicolas Basilashvili. Won 2 in a row in the end. Just about. So I remember this match. He lost the first set 6-4. Wasn't looking good for him. And then he was 5-4 down in the second, and then he won 11 games in a row. Yeah. So pretty incredible for him. That's Philly. He can't not 11 in a row. I think it was 11 out of 12. Yeah. He won 11 in the next 12 games. So he turned it on when it mattered and was able to beat Arne Baldi. You'd expect him to be able to beat Arne Baldi, if you're being honest. It's like 300. He made it quite hard work, to be honest. But then after that, he then went out, I believe. Is he out? No, I don't believe so. That's the problem with this, mate. I can't really see what's going on. I should probably get up on Flash. Well, this is one. Look, if you can see, he's gone through here because he was playing. I had Kasper. We were talking about Kasper Zuk, weren't we, against Selikbilek, and Selikbilek was obviously at home in Turkey, and it's always the thing which I was saying, and I went against it, didn't I? I went against my instinct of going against the home person. Never a good idea. So there you go. Selikbilek went through, but then lost to Basilashvili, and now we got Basilashvili. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Basilashvili's still in, and he's going to be playing Alex de Minaur. Well, don't be so. This is the thing. Basilashvili is a top player. He's not like. Do not read too much into that. Yeah, mate, he is. But you've got to look into the form because that's why he's not been performing like a top player. No, I know, but this is somebody where I watched last year. He was playing against Zverev and beating Zverev in Germany, and that's the standard of that guy. That's how good he is. So you got to remember if that Basilashvili suddenly comes. Well, he's still highly ranked, isn't he? He's the 6th seed for the tournament as well, I believe. So he's 40 in the world at the minute. Yeah. So, that's the other quarterfinals. Then we've got Basilashvili, Alex de Minaur. Alex de Minaur's had played very well. Not dropped a set so far. He's beat Jaziri in the first round and then beat the fantastic qualifier, Andreev. Yeah.
Adrian Andreev. And De Minaur is he's looking like red hot, isn't he? So a lot of people in the chat, they have De Minaur to win the whole thing, and he could well be a finalist at least in this competition.
Well, it was pretty easy to call. I feel. I hate to say, I don't want to be too blasé about the whole thing, but I think it's going to be an Alex de Minaur Berrettini final. As predictable as it gets. Number 1 and 2 seed.
Hey, you're ruling out Goffin. So Goffin's now, he's coming back now. This is what we want to see. He's actually winning some games now. And finally, he beat
Alex de Minaur can do him.
Yeah, I think he can as well. But look, Goffin, 2 matches and 2 bagels. So he's getting back to some really good form. But the surprise sort of person for me, Travaglia. Yep. You called it against Kemanovic. But then to beat Ruusuvuori in straight sets, fantastic. So
yeah, that's where I saw him falling apart against Ruusuvuori. I predicted the Kecmanovic one purely because Stefano, mate, you got to back the Italian. He's a strong player, very consistent as well. I feel like he's someone who doesn't. The break wasn't to be affecting him as much as what other players would have. Just a bit surprised he was able to beat Ruusuvuori as well. But then since then, that sets up a really big clash for Goffin. And I'm going to say it now, I see him beating Goffin.
Nah, come on. I'm sticking with the Goffin coming back. He's had the long rest and now he's going to hopefully be back. We've got a couple of bagels in there. He's, I think he's back, getting back to his best. Hopefully we can see David Goffin versus, well, that'll be de Minaur. And that'd be the match I think everyone wants to see. 2 nippy, fast,
very similar players. Very similar players. You don't think? Very, quite small, nippy, get around the court well. Strong tennis as well. So we'll see how it goes.
Well, so that one, so they're the matches we've got. I think so far, congratulations to Travaglia. I think for me, he's been the sort of the player of the tournament, I'd say. I don't know if that's a bit harsh on some of the other players.
I feel like he was the correct dark horse. So if anyone had him as the dark horse, I think that was a good pick because he has been the standout outsider in the tournament. Aside from that, out of the main picks, probably the most impressive so far, I would say Alex de Minaur.
Yeah, and Thomas Rock saying that Travaglia is my Italian Shardy. So I can understand that. He's slightly lower ranked, but he's sort of building up. The Italians, they're coming for us in 2021. We know it, don't we? Should have read.
Sorry, Ben. The problem is with Alex de Minaur, I say he's been the best player so far this tournament, but the matchup of him against the Berrettini, I don't give him much of a chance. Because I think that style of play of what Berrettini is, a big server and follows it up with always a big first shot after the serve. Power. That is someone who Alex de Minaur historically has not been able to deal with as well. So that's why I put that a bit one-sided. However, you never know. Berrettini might not be firing. Alex de Minaur has been playing a lot better, in my opinion, recently. So anything's possible.
Yeah, I mean, that's the one I think that everybody wants to see. If not, maybe a Goffin. He's the person who could really challenge Berrettini if he managed to get to the final and playing good.
I feel like Goffin would trouble him more than what Alex de Minaur would.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Goffin. He was who was he? I think he was troubling. He was that match against Federer he played last year. I think it was Federer, wasn't it? In the early part of the year, and he played really well. I think he played a lot of the top players, and in the first half of the year last year.
Medvedev as well. Medvedev maybe beat. I forget now, to be honest, mate. It's a long time.
He was playing some of his best tennis at the start of last year. I'm not sure what happened. Obviously, the break affected some players really badly. He was one of them, and he had that 5-match skid of not winning. So don't worry, he's back on winning ways. And David Goffin, he's back to try and make a run to try and take another ATP event. And I think it's well within his grasp. He looks like he's playing well. 2 bagels for him. So,
well, let's see how everyone's getting on. So let's have a little look at the leaderboard to see how the GTL league is getting on. If you've not joined the league and you want to, it's too late to obviously join for this tournament or any of the ones going on. But join we've got the ATP Cup, the Australian Open. There's plenty of tennis coming up. So I'll stick the link in the chat right now. And all you need to do is put your email address in. It's completely free, and you put yourself up against everyone in the GTL community, and obviously me and Ben as well. If Ben remembers to put his selections in.
Well, I saved the other one, so Well, I can actually join in on the next two. But yeah, this one we've still got. I'm Chris Hansen. Take a seat is leading the way there on the Antalya draw.
God, 18 correct as well. But he's who's second? Bunk Hoots, 18 as well. 23 points. You got Harry Carrillo there, aka Thomas Rock.
Wow,
well
done.
Right up there, Saruk, it's not doing
Jax
too bad.
up there as well.
Lithuania, Jax, Kyle, Melez. Where am I? Gosh, I'm not doing too well. 19 so far.
You're in 19th with 19 points. So
I'm there with Betty Swallocks.
Yeah. Is that classic? Right, and then we got.
Let's have a look at number one. Who's the number one? Who have they got to win?
All right, let's just have a quick look through their bracket. Yeah, Berrettini, it looks like, against Kekmanovic, though, in the final. So
maybe I could get some points having an Alex de Minaur Berrettini. I could shoot up there. But well done for who's this? Sorry, I forget the name.
This is Chris Hansen. Take a seat.
Whoever that is, well done to whoever it is, because they've got Shardy going very far. I think that's a really good call. So and I respect that a lot. And also Bashvili. So that's
Bashvili. I'm telling you, he could easily get past de Minaur, I think. I think if he plays his best tennis, why not?
So we get Mary's up as well. We've got Mary in the chat. She's saying, damn, I'm near the top 4. Well done, Mary. She thought she did horribly.
Oh, Mary TL there. You look at that joint second there. Look at that. Let's have a look. See who. David Goffin there as a winner. I like this. Mixing it up.
This is really good as well because Struff's there.
Yeah, Berrettini.
Fancy Struff to maybe beat Shardy.
Beat Berrettini.
Struff beat Berrettini. I think that's where it goes a bit pear-shaped, but you never know. Well done for doing so well. You've got a lot of players still in the hat there.
Yeah.
I think it's all going to be relying on Goffin. Well, obviously, Goffin, you've got him to go all the way and win. So you need him to get through these early rounds.
It's got to beat Travaglia. Travaglia could still win it. Yeah. Don't rule him out. You never know. Right. Well, let's move away. Shall we move away? We've got a lot to cover on this one. So if we move away from Antalya, be interesting. Let us know if we haven't looked at your bracket yet. Let us know in the chat. Who is your eventual winner? Who do you think is going to win? And have you changed your mind since you put your selections in? Has any of the games?
Have you changed? Looking at it now, who do you see winning out of them players? I'm going to stick with Berrettini. I think Berrettini is still going to win the tournament. I'm
sticking with Berrettini, but I think that Goffin is. I'm more surprised of him actually how well he's been doing. I'm really impressed. I'm glad that he's managed to beat some people that you would hope he would beat, but with in a convincing fashion as well. Getting a couple of bagels, that's a sign of intent.
Good. And I'm not actually, I'll be honest, I've not been able to watch him live. I've seen some of the shots and stuff just from clips. Yeah.
It's been tough.
It's been tough to see it all, but I'll be interested to see more now. We're coming to the later stage. It's easier to sort of follow. Obviously, there's less matches, so you'll be able to watch a lot more and see how they're all playing.
Well, that's it.
Jackie there in the chat's very happy. She's beating both Ben and me. Well done, Jackie.
Exactly.
And we've got Betty here. As a Belgium, I'm sticking with Goffin.
Very wise, very wise. Yeah, I do not blame you for that. And he's going to come back to form at some point, and it looks like maybe just a little bit tired. Maybe he just needed to just get himself back into that body and that physical shape that we know that he can get himself into. So let's move on to the next one anyway, because we've been talking too much about the Antalya. So the next one, do we want to chat about? Should we go women's or should we go Delray Beach?
I think women's maybe. I don't know.
I think so, because Delray Beach is like the evening session.
Yeah, we've got to do it in order. Well, in theory, we should have started with women's, but it doesn't matter.
That's all right. Well, so let's move over to Abu Dhabi. There you go. There's a little background change for you there. This is a mixed episode. So, yeah, but this one, super interesting on this one. This one, I'm actually in the bracket on this one. Everyone will be pleased to know. So I can actually try and bring up. Should we have a look at the top just to set, or should we go through that at the end?
Yeah, we'll go for it at the end. Let's have a look at the bracket and see some of the results. Obviously, the main seed, we'll start straight from there. Sophia Kenin.
Yeah, let me just share
this.
There you go.
So there we go. Sophia Kenin beating Yang. We thought that would happen, to be fair. Siegemann didn't go through. Flipkins did. And then this is a shocking injury for Flipkins. She was up a set. She was 1-0 up against Kenin. and she seemed to. Well, she didn't seem to. What happened was she was retreating on the back of the baseline, and her ankle just caught the billboard or the board.
It's horrible.
And it was a horrible injury. Rolled her ankle big time, and I'm not sure if. Well, I'm pretty sure she's not going to be able to play in the Australian Open now.
Did she break it?
Hopefully, she's not going to be out for too long. But it looked like a horrific injury, I must admit.
See the way angle it went down as well. It looked like it snapped or something. That's what
it come up with a big debate now. Should that billboard be there, or should it not be further back?
I don't understand why it was there. It was so close.
Yeah, but it's been like that for all of it, mate. No one else has touched it.
It seems like, why would you have the backboard or there and then have something which is on the floor where you're not going to be looking down at that when you're running back?
Mate, they've always that's not what the debate is. They've always had things like that. The question is, should it not be further back?
I don't think they should. Well, yeah, it should.
You're saying it shouldn't be there at all.
I don't think it should be there at all. I think if you've got a backboard, that's what is going to be in your eyesight. If you're running back looking at a tennis ball, you're not going to be looking on what's on the floor because you're trying to keep your eye on the ball at all times. You're gonna trip over things, like especially if you're just literally at the floor level, at foot level. Yeah, I mean, it was, I don't know, it looks so painful. I when I saw it and when you sent it to me actually, and I just watched it and I just thought, I thought it looked like it snapped. It looked like her actual leg or her ankle snapped or something. It looked so painful. I feel really sorry because she was playing so well this tournament, and I think it was just so sad. Like, she's like a surprise package. I thought she was going to lose to Sigmund. I thought Sigmund's a great player, but she absolutely surprised everybody.
Very experienced. I forget her exact age now. I remember I said it on the last podcast, but she's an experienced player. Fair play to her. But would she have beaten Kenin, or would Kenin have come back? We'd never know. However, Kenin's in the hat for the next round. Marie's pretty happy with that because she's got Kenin going the whole way. There she goes. I am confident with Kenin, to be honest.
Well, this is someone I wanted to talk about because I had Krejcikova, as you can see. Krejcikova did well, but then she came up against Putintseva, who Putintseva is a great player. I didn't give her probably enough credit. She knocked out Krejcikova. But I did actually watch this match today, this Kenin Putintseva. I don't know if anybody else had the chance to watch this. What an incredible match. And this was a real hard hitting. It was such a close match. And Putintseva had... I'm not sure how many match points she had, but she had match points in the second set to try and put Kenin away. And yet again, we've seen Sofia Kenin, that fighting spirit. She comes back yet again from the brink. She was 3-1 down in the tiebreak as well. She comes back again.
I hate to be a killjoy, but that was the theme of today, really. The first seed saved match points, being Kenin. The second seed also saved match points. So just shows you with the women's matches, anything is possible. Never give up to the dying moment because you can turn the match on its head. Just want to give a shout out to Thomas Rock there. Appreciate the
cheers, buddy.
Mate. Happy January the 10th, 11th for some. Not sure who's in the 11th, but
look who else is back in the room as well. We've got Chris Meir back in, the top tipper from 2020. Has made it back in. Nice to see, Chris. So that's it. Back in the GTL, back on tour. Great to see. So speaking about Kenin, just fantastic. I was watching it, and some of the hitting today was quite incredible. I think that from both players, though, it wasn't. You didn't know which way the match was going to go. It looked like one person suddenly had the upper hand. They were hitting winners. Then suddenly it just changed. It kept on changing. It just thought, Putinseva's now going to take this on, and she's going to run and finish the match. Then Kenin came back, and then as soon as she took the set, I thought, oh no. That's it. I think she's going to win now. Kenin's got that fighting spirit. She's like
the thing with Kenin, though, she's dropped sets throughout. And I know a lot of people are confident she's going to go all the way and win. But if you want to scroll down a little bit, I think there's some other names who probably have more of a cause. And the first one of that is Maria Sakkari.
Yeah.
She's not dropped a set so far. She's beat Potapova, Corey Goff, and then
Muguruza.
Muguruza.
Yeah.
So she for me is on hot form, and then the lady right below her as well, Sabalenka, similar, not dropped a set. And I know you've called it there brilliantly. I don't know why I didn't, to be honest, because it's kind of a no-brainer seeing Sabalenka in the latter stage of this tournament. She's been in such good form, obviously before The tour ended last year. She won 2 tournaments in a row, unbeaten as well.
Yeah.
She wasn't dropping many sets. I think
She
she
still
had a
isn't.
good run as well before, and she's still not dropping sets. She's playing incredible tennis right now. So she's, for me, the one to beat alongside Sakari as well.
Well, it's going to be really interesting to see who plays who, because now, obviously, we got Sabalenka. She's going to be up against another favourite of the podcast, Rybakina, who was that your dark horse for the tournament?
Yeah, it was my dark horse, and I've actually, if you go on, it's not worth getting up now, but on my bracket, I've got Rybakina, Sabalenka as well in here, and I've got Rybakina to beat her, so that's where we differ here. So I really do rate Rybakina, and I fancy her to beat Sabalenka, and I'm going to stick with that.
Well, look at that.
Sabalenka's just so good. I fancy an upset on the card. For me, Rybakina is incredible. When she's firing, she has everything about her game. She's young, like 19, is she? 19, 20 years old?
Yeah. She's very young.
Forehand, backhand, at the net, every single part of her game is more or less perfect. She just needs to sort of mature slightly into her game and just keep developing. But she's got such a great base to build off. I think, honestly, it's a bit like a Sinner on the men's tour for me.
I think she's going to be one of the standout women on the tour. She's going to be up there with your Swiatek. She's going to be up there with your Kennins. She's going to be there in the latter stages of a lot of tournaments. So keep your eye on her. She was there. She was about, 5 finals last year. She's going to be getting to more. We just hope that she did win one last year. So she's not going to hopefully be the Felix of the women's tour. We're just going to hope that she's actually going to push on. There's always more room for winning stuff, we feel, on the women's side, just because it's so up and down. There's a lot of up and down form. There's always somebody can grab a random tournament here and there, or a Grand Slam. And I think she's one of those
players. Rybakina, Sabalenka, Sakari, they are sort of the chasing pack to the likes of a Swiatek, Kenin, obviously a Saka as well.
Yeah. You got to keep it. And don't forget somebody's name who we haven't really uttered in about a year is Ashley Barty. And she's one person that can't wait to see get back on the court again.
Halep as well.
Halep, she's obviously had a very good... She got a bit blitzed by Swiatek at the French Open, which was shocking because everyone thought she was going to go and easily win the French Open, but until Swiatek turned up. But there you go. So this is what we've got here. We've had all the Wangs, didn't we? The Wangs...
Wangs went out.
Yeah, the Wangs... We're left with no Wangs, I think, now.
Well, then this leaves the bottom quarterfinals.
Yeah,
so in the bottom for quarterfinals, we've got a bit of a surprise, to be honest.
Yeah.
Everyone was expecting Jennifer Brady to be there, but she got knocked out. And Tamara Zidansek played incredibly as well to knock her out. And then she followed it up with an impressive win over Leylah Fernandez as well. So she knocked out 2 top talents. And then, unfortunately, she couldn't get through Kostyuk. Lost in straight sets there.
I'm very impressed. But this is another one. I think everybody...
We've had one just over there as well who's gone out.
She's another one.
The seeds are out in this section. Donna Vekic as well.
She's one that's one I think that people need to keep an eye on as well. Kostyuk is very, very good.
I know you've been saying that, but I must admit I've not seen too much to really back that up yet.
She's just one of these players that I know it's not an ideal. If she comes up against some real power players, probably playing their top game, she's going to be in trouble. But she is so fast. I've not seen women a woman get around the court as fast as her. If you watch some of her matches, she is rapid. So she's
I'll have to have a look. Because I've not seen enough to really to know too much about her style.
But the Alex de Minaur of the of the female game. So. Fantastic. Kostyuk, keep your eye on her. She's great. If she can grind, she's a grinder, so she'll get through. And you've seen, like, against Zidansek, she was blitzing people, and then she's beating her 6-1, 6-1. So fantastic. So Kostyuk's up again.
I'm with Jackie, though. Who is this Kostyuk? I didn't know too much about her, to be fair. I've only seen the odd game here and there. So cheers for your knowledge there, Ben. And also a big thank you to Chris Meir. He's back in 2021 for a big tip. Happy New Year to all. GTL, keep racketing.
That's it. And he's still to the top of the leaderboard within one episode back. God, look at him go. Thank you to Chris Meir. We appreciate your support as always, mate. yeah, hoping to have you join us for all of the future live ones coming up. We got a load of live stuff coming up.
We've got some watch-alongs as well. Wednesday, we'll be covering, we'll try and do all 3 finals. We're not sure which the first one's going to start. It could be like 7 a.m. So we'll have to see. But we'll definitely try and do as many live watch-alongs Wednesday as well.
Might have to do it in my car again. If that's the case. Don't know what's going to happen. So if we go and have a little look down, here we go. So we got Cerebres, that, like you were saying, another surprise was Cerebres Tormo.
What was the bottom side of the draw? There's been a lot of surprises. Obviously, Karolina Pliskova went out to Gasanova. Could that not be any more of a surprise? We didn't even have Mertens play. She dropped out before. We had the lucky loser, Grammatikopoulou.
I would like to clarify. I did not have Despina Papamikhail to go this far in the tournament. This was
Chris Mir.
Yeah, this was Solana Sursteyer, but she dropped out, I think, because she had just played a whole tournament and then she might have had a niggle. So she got replaced, which is unfortunate.
Oh, sorry, yes, Sursteyer. But you've got Mertens dropped down as well. And he gave another option to the Greek, Valentina Grammatikopoulou.
Yeah, she's...
Ben's just not a massive fan of the Greeks. It's just because they've just been changed. But look, you can see there, you back it both very heavily.
That's why Chris Mears tipping me. I'm extending all of these unknown Greek females to the finals. Yeah. Anyway, we'll have a look through there. Yeah, like you were saying though, crazy. Cerebres Tormo, Gasanova.
Pliskova quickly, because Gasanova beating Pliskova. We keep saying it. We put Pliskova up for the L of the year last year, didn't she? Or like a big disappointment. And it's not because she's not a good player. She's just not good. She's just not consistent. It's so frustrating. Why can't she consistently pull together results? In a Grand Slam, she always seems to crumble. Usually, these are her bread and butter, to be honest. An WTA 500, she does all right in. But something's missing, isn't there? I'm not sure. It's like a concentration.
I think it's concentration.
Points, top in the world. Like, she can play some of the best points with, say, the Osakas. Like, she's right up there. However, matches, she's not able to really do it.
Maybe we saw it, didn't we, at the Grand Slam when she was playing Sharif. And this is a player who Sharif was
nearly Grand Slam, Sharif.
Nearly 300 in the world or something. And she got taken to the wire by someone that 300 in the world. It's just, I don't understand what happens to her when she gets onto the court. She has all the power, all the ability, and she looks like a world beater in certain points. And the next one, she just looks like she just whacks it wide. It's just like completely out of character. It's like a Jekyll and Hyde playing. You don't know which one's playing. It's frustrating to say the least.
Well, you got Radislaw there mocking your picks, Ben. He's saying, great times, guys, all wrong.
Look, I'm defending
looking at that screen, it looks like you're not really sure what's going on, Ben, with tennis.
I want to defend myself and say that these no offense to Chris Mear, but I did not pick these two ladies. These were replacements on the side. I had Sursteyer, who just won a tournament. And this one, who did you say this one was that got replaced? Mertens. Yeah, come on. We've got two amazing women's players been replaced by people probably 300 plus in the world. So come on. Yeah, cut me some slack there.
A big shout out going down to Kuda Matava. She obviously had a really tricky first match against Kontaveit. I thought that would have been packing her bags after that one, but she managed to beat her in straight sets. Then beat Tarati in straight sets as well, the qualifier. And beat Badoza as well. Badoza's been playing well. She knocked out Sevastova in the first round, and then Elise Cornet.
Oh, missed my mouth a little bit there. Apologies. Here we go. Yeah, I mean, Kuda Matava. It sort of did mean no worries, didn't it, in this tournament for her so far? She's been managed to sort of cruise through. So now she's going to be up against, this one's going to be, it doesn't get any tougher, does it? Svitolina, she's going to be up against in the next round, who had probably the closest match of the tournament so far against Alexandrova. I thought she might actually beat her. And
Alexandrova had match points again, and she lost 10-8, I believe, in the tie break. So it was super, super close. And it was a tie break to settle the second set as well. So, yeah, it was a super close match, but Svitolina is through. That's the main thing. And then she'll now be playing. So let's just give a roundup of the quarterfinals. At the bottom, we've got Kuda Matava, Svitolina. We have then Kostuk, Sorribes, Tormo.
Yeah.
And then at the top, Sabalenka, Rybakina, and Kenin Sakari.
God,
I want to ask you now, out of these, who do you think, Ben?
I mean, that's anyone
left? Just Sabalenka, I guess.
Sabalenka, yeah, to make it all the way to the. So she's my only hope if Sabalenka wins. So I'm sticking with Sabalenka, obviously. I'm been super impressed though by Sofia Kenin. I'm not going to lie. Watching it today, I just thought, wow, she really doesn't ever give up. And I think that was the thing that really impressed me today. She was down in the tie break as well, even once she had come back, and still managed to turn the tiebreak around. And I think she just has this grit, determination, like a iron will, and at such a young age as well. That's why she won our Female Player of the Year. So, I mean, yeah, if Sabalenka doesn't get it, I think Kenin might.
I'm going to stick my young player, mate, or my dark horse, being Rybakina. Such an exciting young player. I think it's a big ask, to be honest, especially to playing Sabalenka. And then after that, if the winner of Kenin Sakari, there's not really a tougher route really to win this one for her, but I think she can do it. She always starts the year strong. I know she won in Dubai, I think, last year around this sort of time. So anything's possible.
It is. I'm seeing Chris Meir there saying, I need to admit it, that I picked all the Greeks just to call him back into the Game to Love community. Yeah, maybe I did. Maybe I did, Chris. And I'm seeing there also Thomas Rock saying, can you feel Game to Love tonight? A bit of Elton John there. I like it. Thomas Rock.
Anyway, let's have a look at the leaderboard, Ben.
Yeah, let's do it. Cool. This one's, we're going to run over otherwise, aren't we? Not that we've got a time limit, but we're going to keep everybody up. Here we go.
One, Lithuania, and it's a running theme. I'm not sure who Lithuania is, but he or she is brilliant. They always do very well. I remember last year, I think they were number one last year as well. We've got Mary Sky as well, doing very well.
Yeah, let's have a look at Mary's quickly, just to see where. I think we had a quick look at it last time, to be honest. But interesting to see.
Green so far.
Oh, the Brady in the final, though. Oh, to win.
Brady winning.
Yeah, I think you. Did you have that?
Yeah, I had Brady winning as well.
Look at the top half. Also green at the top. It's really good. Really great selections there.
Oh, she called both of the semi-finals there. Sabalenka, Rybakina.
Yeah.
Sorry, and obviously the top one as well. So moving down, we've got Jax there, number 8. Harry Carrillo, Thomas Rock.
Oh, where am I? 19th. We've joined, mate.
We're doing great, aren't we?
Mate, what is happening? I think I'm reliant. If Sabalenka manages to win this, that's going to jet me right the way back up to the top. Don't you worry. Here we go.
I've got
back and look at this. The contrasting. I'm Chris Hansen. Doesn't seem to know his women's though. Knows his men.
The women.
Yeah. So
Chris Hansen needs to have a little watch of the WTA, I think.
That's it, mate. So there you go. So yeah, we'll come back and we'll be rounding up the
There's still a lot to play for though in all of these leaderboards. So we'll have a better indication of how it's doing probably in the next podcast.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean that one's miles away. Obviously, we've got so many matches to go. Hopefully, we'll bring an update of it once all the finals are done. We've done some watch-alongs. We'll bring up another podcast and we'll just run through the final of the bracket. So that's going to be exciting. See who fares the best once all the winners have been announced. Next one up. Don't forget, we go to the evening session. And the evening session, go over and join Big John Isner over in Delray Beach. So, Delray Beach.
Delray.
Let's see if I can find the bracket for that one.
Oh, Jackie there, she's still very pleased. I'm still beating JG and Ben. Well, it doesn't seem like it's very tough. I think most of you probably are beating us right now. Well, you're certainly all beating Ben on the Antler one because he didn't even enter. So.
Stop reminding me. God.
No, you're doing well. I'm struggling, to be honest. But you never know. I think I can make some ground back.
I'm so annoyed. You all saw me enter it as well. It's even there. It's there. It's online. It's for everyone to see. It's so frustrating. But Never mind. I can just have bragging rights, I guess, only if Berrettini wins. But yeah, I'm not applicable. NA in the brackets next to my one. So here we go. We're going to go over to Delray Beach and dive into that one. Do you want to bring that up, JG?
Yeah, one moment.
Oh no, I'm just seeing some of my selections from this one, and then there's at the top again, the Reds. I ran a bit mad, didn't I? And I thought that Mackenzie McDonald became a world beater over the Christmas holiday.
Not the craziest thing in the world, to be fair. I think the big one to start with is Garin, the number 1 seed. Really disappointing. Harrison beating him.
Wow.
Obviously, we predicted Harrison to beat Echeverry. We saw that coming. Echeverry's a clay court player.
Yeah.
But then Garin did not see that massive shock, but fair play to him, beat him in straight sets.
Incredible. So good as well. Like, don't forget this. Didn't he get? Yeah, he came through the qualifying, Chris Harrison, and
his brother got a wild card below, but he got knocked out to Gianluca Mega. And then Mega, Query then beat McDonald, and then Mega beat Query. So we had a Harrison Query quarterfinal at the top, which is going to be really interesting. I'm not sure how to call it, to be honest. I'd probably go for Mega.
I'd go Harrison.
Interesting. Yeah, I think it's because it's Italian, mate. I love Mega as well. Really exciting.
Harrison's like, what, 280 or something in the world, isn't he? Something like that. So it's just like, and you're up against somebody who's inside the top 90, I think, with Mega. So, yeah, definitely very. Yeah, he's definitely top 100. But yeah, if we move down a little bit, though, we obviously see there Hubert Hurkacz. He only had to make it through one round, but it was against Galan Riveros, who we said would beat Andre Martin. He did. And Hurkacz took out Galan pretty easily, really, didn't he?
Yeah, no shocks there, really. Hurkacz should be doing that, the 4th seed, and he's going to be playing the winner of Karlovic. And Karlovic is the real big story for those who don't know. Karlovic in this tournament before has won the tournament. He's been a runner-up here. He seems to do very well. It suits his game. He's 41 years old now, and he's still firing. I think he hit 25 aces, was it, or 27 aces against Andahar, and it was really incredible. Karlovic looked fit. He looked young. He looked full of life. And Karlovic is the whole package, really, for this event. And I would not write him off in any of these matches. Against Kyrgios, I think that's going to be a really tough match. Kyrgios, he's gone through the qualifiers, so he's had a bit of momentum. Obviously, winning now 3 games in a row, beating Noah Rubin as well in the first round.
Yeah.
Karlovic, I think he can blow him. I think he can blow him off the court with the big serving.
Mate, I feel bad that I poo-pooed your Karlovic when you're jumping on the back of him and riding him all the way to the final or something. But I actually want him. I want him to do it. I want Karlovic to go and win this tournament. Just do it for the old crew. Do it for the legends of the sport. I would love to see that. So Karlovic, he's now. Well, he's going to be on court, I think, in about an hour's time. They're just waiting for, I think it's one set all at the moment between Francis Tiafoe and Bjorn Fratangelo.
We've got Jovic here saying, as a Croatian, I'd love to see Karlovic win it. I have him going out to Hurkacz, though. Come on. Should have believed in him more. He can do it. Come on, Karlovic.
Yeah, he can do it. Come on. He's won the tournament before. He's a former champ, but you've seen so is Query, and he went out. So doesn't mean anything. So is TFO as well. He's on the brink at the moment. He's just like 1 set all at the minute, I believe. And I think he'll still take the 3rd set. TFO. I think I've got him to win the whole thing. Yeah.
We'll have to see. TFO, he won the first round against Donald Young. He kind of saw that happening, but Donald Young he's a champion here. He won it in 2015 or something.
Yeah, 2000. No, he's a finalist, I think, in 2015. Lost to Karlovic.
So another player who does very well here, but TFO managed to beat him. And then, as Ben said, the Fratangelo one is going very close. Yeah. And the winner of that, we're playing the winner of Cam Norrie Manarino. And Manarino is my person who I think is going to go all the way and win. It's going to be a big ask. Obviously, he's got to get through Norrie first. Norrie beat JC Aragon in straight sets. And that was an interesting one because they're both college players. They know each other very well. They went to the same college. And the commentator after was asking, or journalist or whoever it was asking Cam Norrie about his time at college. And he was saying it was the best decision he ever made. And he would recommend it to anyone. It was the best 3 years of his life. And it helped him develop as a player and as a person more than anything else. So it just shows the importance of the college system to a lot of players nowadays.
We've spoken to a lot of people who are relating to that college sort of scheme process. We obviously spoke to Michael Gertz. He went on the tour and then went off the tour to go to college. We got Alex Rybakov, who obviously is the one of the.
I found really interesting what he was saying was the fact that it sort of gives you the opportunity to realize, is tennis what you want to sort of pursue as a profession?
Yeah.
Because you're able to then change your mind. Say if you're doing something, you're studying as well alongside it, you could think, oh, maybe this isn't for me. Maybe I want to do something else. Where these young guys, there's a lot more pressure I feel on them because they don't really have anything else to fall back on. And that pressure sometimes can be the downfall. We've seen it with a lot of English sportsmen in a lot of different sports. Pressure has crippled them.
Yeah, it does. And it's always great to have something to fall back on as well, especially when the injuries that people are sustained these days in sports. You can't just be all your eggs in one basket. And we've spoken to a lot of players, haven't we? And they say they're currently finishing like a degree in something or other. And they're planning on what they're doing. Even when we spoke to De Jong as well recently, he's just very... got his head on his shoulders, just very, very aware that tennis isn't the only thing in the world and that there could be a time when it does eventually end. And you never know when that might be. So, yeah, Norrie, we obviously spoke to his best mate, Alex Rybakov. He can't speak highly enough of his work ethic. But then we spoke to, what's his name? Jose Morgado, and he was saying Nuno Borges, another great Portuguese player. He's just come out of the college system and now hitting the ITF scene. Really great player. So yeah, it's working wonders for him, and now he's playing Manarino. When's that one?
I still see Manarino beating him, I'll be honest, because he's my winner. I think Francis TFO Manarino, if that happens, that's going to be tough. That's, for me, it's a 50-50 match, but whoever wins that, I know you've got TFO to go and win it, I've got Manarino, they've got a really good chance. But this is the big man, the big excitement, my dark horse, Sebastian Korda. I know Ken Lee's a big fan, saying Korda for the win, and he wants to see him knock out Big John Isner, which I think is possible, and it's what I have predicted in my bracket. I've got Korda versus Isner at the bottom side of the draw.
Yeah,
I'm doing a lot better on this Delray one. We'll have a look at the leaderboard in a minute, and I've got Korda to beat John Isner. People might call me crazy. I know you've got John Isner there, but Korda can do it. I really do believe in the guy because he has been played incredibly. That match against Tommy Paul in particular, I thought was top draw. Some of the shots and the highlight reel was maybe the best I've seen this tournament. Yeah,
he's a super amazing player. For some reason, I thought Su Woon Kwon, I've seen him play so many amazing matches, didn't really give Korda enough credit. But I did think if whoever came through out of this tie would beat Tommy Paul. I think either of them. I thought as soon as Korda beat him, I thought, he's going to beat Paul. Just close to America. Yeah, but
played some good stuff, especially the first set.
Yeah, I mean, he's an incredible player. You've seen how well he did in 2020, and it just goes to show, he was so close against Rusevori in the US Open qualifying, wasn't it? He lost 15 points in a row from match points and stuff just to lose the match. But he fought back, and then he actually did really well in the French Open. So I don't
multiple surfaces. He's showing that already. And Jack is posing the question, Ben. JG, are you a genius?
Yeah, exactly. Well, we'll see if Big John Isner wins.
I can confirm right now I am not a genius. We'll see that one. That's a confirmation right now. I'm not.
JG, middle name Einstein could be right. So I'd like to announce that Francis TFO is just broken in the third set. So hopefully he'll be going through.
Then we've got Kiros Karlovic on straight after that. It's 11 o'clock probably here. I'm not sure what it is for you guys, but it'll be in about an hour or 2 hours time. Hopefully Karlovic can make it through, because that will be what I want to see personally. And that will set up what would the quarterfinals be in that situation, Ben?
What's that? So we've got you want to look up at the top. So if we had, So we
Do
could
it here, so I can read them off this sheet. It's probably a little easier than there.
So we could have Mega. So we could have potentially, let's say, Mega or Harrison versus Herkaj or Karlovic. So Karlovic, we're pushing him through 2 lots. Yeah. So we could have a Karlovic versus Megam, let's say.
No, we're not. No, I can tell you what we've got here. This is the quarterfinals. I've got them up already. We've got Harrison Mega. That's one quarterfinal. And then you've got Herkaz playing either the winner of Kiros Karlovic, hopefully Karlovic. And then TFO Fratangalo. It looks like TFO is going to win that unless he gets broken back. And then the winner of Nori Manarino in the other quarterfinal. And then the bottom one's already set. Korda Isner. So looking at them names, Ben, who do you now fancy to win it?
It's really tough because looking at all those players, there's like, I don't know why I picked TFO really, to be honest, to win the tournament. I don't know why. But
you can change it now. This is a point where you can just say your honest opinion based off what you've seen so far. You don't have to stick with your first name, but I agree. The big foe, mate, I'm not so sure why you went for him.
I don't know.
He's doing that, so what do I know?
I think John Isner's going to win the whole thing.
Okay. Fair enough.
I don't know.
So I would love to see that happen, but I've got both my men still in. I'm going to have to stick with Manarino to win and Korda to do well, but get knocked out by.
Yeah, Big Toe. Is this Jermaine Defoe? Big Toe? I didn't know. Is this his nickname?
No, it's the Big Foe, isn't it? They call him.
Oh, not the Big Toe.
No, that's Jax's version of it.
Brilliant.
Anyway, let's look at the leaderboard. How's that getting?
Wow, bear with me 1 sec. I got to work out to you.
I would love to see Korda go all the way and win. That would be exciting for me. I think he does kind of deserve it in terms of he's playing well. I know there's a lot of fans in the chat for Korda.
How do I get to the? I can't work out how to get to the Delray one. To be honest, I don't know why.
You scroll down, mate. So go on the ATP bracket on the top one, then you scroll down, and then it's the one below. So Mary's guy that's saying, I really like Korda. Picked him for the final, even thought about choosing him as a winner.
Oh yeah, got it.
You got it up?
So, yeah. Apologies, I didn't really understand how the website works. Great, I'm a great proponent.
Here I am on the front page for a change in 4th place. Not doing great. To be fair, there's a runaway. There's 2 runaways, and that's Shade. And is that DJJ?
Should we have a look at? Yeah, DJ.
We'll look at Shade first because he's winning.
All right, I'll expand. I had Harrison to beat Garin. What the hell?
Play. Really, really good selection that is.
Brilliant.
Karlovic. I had Karlovic going out first round.
Oh, come on, mate. Evo.
Really good.
Isner to win.
But who have they got to win all the way? John Isner all the way. John Isner versus who?
Safe.
Who's the other finalist, Ben?
Herkaj.
Yeah, I'm not so sure.
I think that's a safe draw, to be honest. All the favourites, really.
Yeah, not bad.
Apart from Garin. I mean, Garin, Query's the next winner, but yeah, I see where it comes.
Let's have a look at Davos. DJJ 606.
Okay.
Got him in the chat. He's very happy. He's joint top. And let's have a little look. So how's he getting on? He called Harrison as well. Well done. With this Garin. Maybe we just rated him too high. He had Andres Martin to beat Gallon Rivera's. Interesting selection. Karlovic, I love that. He's got him there, but he's got Herkaz to beat him. He's got the big foe as well, doing well.
Oh, he's got the big foe.
Well, yeah. He's got him going all the way. Herkaz.
Go on.
Manarino, much of a shot.
Nah, I mean, let's have a look down there. They got Korda going all the way through and then losing to TFO, though.
Yeah, I've got that same bottom, to be fair. My bottom's exactly the same as his. So,
I mean,
love that.
The fact that he's not doing too well against Bjorn Fratangelo, though, makes me think Korda could probably trouble TFO.
Yeah, I really do think so, yeah.
Mate, it's not tennis match.
No. Let's why you're discounting Manarino there, mate. I don't think we're going to see Korda versus TFO. I reckon we'll see Korda Manarino.
Possible. What about Nori? I reckon Nori could beat Manarino.
not, mate. I've got Manarino to win.
Yeah, true. Yeah, well,
We'll have a look at my bracket, seeing as I'm up there for a change.
yeah, let's do it. Let's go through the JG Express. Oh,
Oh,
Garen.
not red.
The Garen. It's annoying when they go out early. It just and that destroys half the draw, doesn't it? So
the top bit. That Kevin King, bit of a guess. I didn't know who the qualifier was. I was just expecting maybe a better qualifier.
Saying we don't want to know about your bottom, JG.
And Davo, they're saying Garen just a clay court player. We did say it, to be fair. It wasn't really right. We thought we had still enough to beat Harrison.
Beat Wawrinka. Anyway, yeah. I mean, yeah, you've got Karlovic going. I was hoping you'd go Karlovic all the way. Then I would have been.
I did have Karlovic to beat Garen now because Garen's not there. I could have had Karlovic in the final.
Yeah. Would have been, mate. Would have been. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Last words of a fool. That's what they say in the song. But what can you do? That's well, that's that one done, I think, mate. That's all three sort of reviewed. We've sort of wrapped up the results of the tournament so far. Did you? I don't know if you wanted to look through any of the Aussie stuff quickly, or just
mate. I wasn't sure if we was going to do it in another podcast, to be honest, because I feel like there's so much to cover.
Well, they do 3 rounds of qualifying, remember, in the Australian Open. So this is just the first round. There's going to be 2 more rounds of qualifying. Maybe we'll bring you a podcast to review the whole of the final round of qualifying so we can see who's actually the big surprises who have made it into the main draw, which hopefully there's some of the big names in the Challenger Tour that we talk about a lot that we can really hype up getting into this tournament. So
let's not talk about I say that. Let's talk about 2 of them because there's 2 interesting players who we do follow a lot. We do a lot of podcasts on them. I think it's right that we do talk about them. That's Alcaraz and Musetti. And it's good news for one, bad news for the other because Lorenzo Musetti is out and Alcaraz is through. Well, I say through to the next round.
I'll just bring up their matches then if you want. If you don't want to look at all of them, there's this one here that I wanted to bring up. I was watching a little bit of it earlier. Really impressed. This guy, I don't really know anything about him. Hijikata from Australia knocked out Chris Eubanks. Not the boxer, just the tennis player. He knocks him out.
There he is at the bottom. He won 6-1. He started off a bit slow, a bit of a lapse in concentration, but after that, it was just phenomenal. And he played some really good stuff. The stream I was watching him on was a bit annoying because it was so dark. I don't know what was wrong with the camera.
Some were a bit crap.
It was so dark. I couldn't really see the other side of the court. However, Alcaraz is through. I know everyone's happy. Got Mary there. And boy, Alcaraz is through. Yeah, really happy for that. I think that's amazing. However, he's not through to the Australian Open. But that's his biggest win, really, of his career in terms of the biggest stage of a win. So I'm really happy for him. Yeah,
it's really exciting. This one, I mean, well, he started shakily. It's always weird when they come up against somebody that they actually have like a bit of a past with as well. Like last year, he actually did play Filip Hransky twice within the space of a week, which is on clay. But Hransky beat him the first time in straight sets, and then I believe it was straight sets, and then Alcaraz beat him the week later. Just to he's almost like a little computer, worked out exactly what he did wrong and corrected it all within a week. So. It's worked again. He's beaten him. Hransky, a good player as well.
Yeah, and then the one there, just can you zoom in slightly, Ben? Just the Musetti one.
Oops, apologies.
Van der Zandslup. That is a bit disappointing, but it's no really hard. Like, I feel sorry for him. It's a really tough draw to be faced up against him when your first qualifier. It's pretty awful, really, for him. I feel terrible because Van der Zandslup, for me, he can beat probably more or less all of the players on that list there. I think he's so good. He's such a solid player. We were speaking to
Huesler.
A few of the players. Was it Huesler? Was it?
Yeah,
I think it was Jesper de Jong as well was talking about him.
Well, Huesler beat him in a 3 tie-break final in one of the tournaments that he won, one of the challenge events. And that's how good this Van der Zandslup is. He's getting to the final of Challenger events. He's winning Challenger event. He's really good.
Solid. really, really good. And I just hope that win's not in vain now and he can go all the way and qualify.
Well, I hope so. You got some beep in your end. What's going on?
Yeah, mate. I'm in the kitchen, so there's going to be a dishwasher. Well, I don't want to go on too long. So I knew it was going to be happening.
There, go and unload it. That's all right. Send one of the Huskies over. This one I was surprised about, actually, just to touch on it. I thought Marcora would have this one sealed up because he's really good on the hard courts against Carlos Taberna. Taberna shows he can play on the hard courts. He's not just a clay courter. Actually managed to come back from a breakdown in that second set as well. To then, I think he was even maybe 4-love down in the second set. I don't know if that's correct. Maybe 4-1, 4-love. Came back. I thought Marcora was going to come back. No, Taberna through. Impressed. I actually am impressed by that.
Maybe I kind of thought Taberna. I hate to say it, I'm a big Taberna fan.
Yeah,
you'd expect Marcora. I think he was the favourite pre-match, but I just think Taberna's dangerous. It doesn't really matter. I know it's on hard, but he's still dangerous for me.
This one interesting only because this is going to be the person that Alcaraz is playing next, Karlovsky, and he knocked out. Is that Facundo Mina? Clay quarter.
Yeah, mainly. Yeah.
Yeah. So Karlovsky, young Russian player who is very good on indoor hard court as well. So not seen much of him on these outdoor hard courts, but I know that he's a very solid player. So it's going to be a tough match that for Alcaraz, but I'm still thinking he might have the edge. What do you think?
Alcaraz will beat him.
Confidence. Sorry to see. Well, another person. Well, a few people just keep an eye on. Sad to see Ilya Marchenko out in the first round of qualifying. He's up at a tough draw, to be fair. Copper Jans is really good. But this guy, we want to keep on speaking about him as well. Mind your neck, Rinder neck. He made it through in straight sets. So well done to him. And another exciting young player through to the next round as well. So, but I don't know if you want to touch on any others. Or don't forget.
We'll do it another time, mate. We can't go through all of these now.
No, we're just to give him a quick mention. Marc-André Huesler made it through. Well done to him. Obviously, you just had him on the podcast recently. Really nice guy. Really hope he makes it into the main draw. And I think he has a really good chance in this tournament of getting there. I'm really rooting for him. So, fingers crossed.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Obviously, we've got the other qualifiers going on tomorrow and the day after. We'll do a podcast probably rounded up all the Australian Open qualifiers and who actually managed to get through. And obviously, the big topic, are these qualifiers now going to lose momentum going into the main draw, having such a big gap? It's never happened before. Is it an unfair advantage? Are they just grateful that they're able to play? You can look at it both sides. We'll have a look at that and see what you guys think. If not, I think we'll wrap it up there. If you like the video already, please give us a like. And if you're new to the podcast, subscribe. And see you on the next one.
Indeed. Thank you very much, guys. It's great to have tennis back. We got ATP, we got WTA, and we'll keep you posted on any of these live watch-alongs that we'll be doing. Probably going to be tournament finals on Wednesday, so we'll keep you posted. Just keep your eye or ear to the ground on YouTube or on social media. We'll be letting you know in the next couple of days. So, join us for that.
Yeah, hit the bell. I think it's probably the easiest way to find out when we're actually going live and doing things. But Wednesday we'll be trying to do the live watch-alongs. But we'll see you before then for sure. We'll do another roundup podcast for the finals before that and everything else. So good luck with everyone in the brackets, and we'll see you soon.
Cheers, guys.